city with a sound like no other European capital, where a boom in music influenced by African beats is eroding social barriers and making waves internationally.
Ouves a tua cidade a chamar por ti. Entra na zona. Não digas que tens de sair para acontecer. Eu já não vou nem tentar. You travel to other capitals and you don't have this mixture in the sounds or in the clubs.
The influence of the African music in Portugal, it's a movement that it's evolving constantly. In that sense, it's also a music of the present, but it's also a music of the future.
It's really important to me to keep my roots. Kuduro is the music to make you free.
Sente esta nova Lisboa. Yeah.
As well as the trams, the colourful buildings and the custard tarts, what's most exciting about Lisbon is its hugely diverse music scene. This Portuguese port city is the gateway between Europe and Africa.
And it's rising artists like this one, forming the bridge between two continents. This Portuguese singer's family come from one of Portugal's former colonies. A champion of Lisbon's new wave of Afro-electronic sounds, he sings of a new Lisbon, a city recognising and accepting its diverse social fabric.
Hello, family. My name is Dino de Santiago. I'm an artist with Cape Verdean origins. Lisbon is my base, and is the base where I really found my voice, found my mission, mixing traditional sound with electronic and global sounds.
What is the new Lisbon?
The new Lisbon, it's an idea. This melting pot that I called cachupa, that is a typical food from Cape Verde, that is a food where you combine everything and you mix. That's my new Lisbon. My new Lisbon is a new Lisbon where black and white will have the same opportunities. So it's kind of a utopia. I'm like projecting the future and really doing songs and doing music for this new generation. So that's when I sing the new Lisbon, it's like a prophecy.
Dino, tell us a bit about your origins. Where do you come from? Where does your family come from?
Okay. My family come from Cape Verde, the island of Santiago. That's why I'm Dino de Santiago. And I was born and raised in the south of Portugal, Quarteira. My family is very, very Catholic, and music was my God. You know, and in music I found my space to speak with God and to speak the message that I want to spread. I felt really the connection between me and who's listening to me. And now I feel that I'm really 100% Cape Verdean and 100% Portuguese. I don't need to choose one side.
So how does Lisbon influence your sound and your music?
First, because it's the city that have more African heritage. 16th century, you had like black communities and black elite, and from the other side, you had a big story with slavery. And Lisbon is like one of the epicenters of like that terrible moment in history. And most of the Europe don't know that Portugal is responsible for half of the slave people that came out from this side of the Atlantic to the other side. Because of that forced exodus of black people here, you have a culture that is very African, Afro-European, that now I'm translating in music.
With 5 acclaimed albums, Dino's music addresses Portugal's ugly colonial history. Through lyrics, but also through the symbolic bringing together the traditional African rhythms Morna, Batuca and Funana with electronic music. And he has a massive following. Dino has won numerous awards at the Portuguese Grammys, including Best Local Artist. He's the face of national radio station, Vodafone FM.
A música portuguesa ouve-se aqui na Vodafone FM. Dino, Santiago e Branco, mais uma vez, juntos em loucura. Dino's music is very, very important because it touches the wound, you know? He brings a strong message, like a hope message. He informs, he educates people as well with his songs.
So describe your sound and your music.
I really went to Cape Verde and to understand the pattern of each rhythm and the richness that we have in Cape Verde. The rhythms that I explore more is like Funanai and Batuco, and now I take Funanai and Batuco to the clubs around Europe or to America. We have like 6 countries in Africa that speak Portuguese, but they have rhythms, wow. So I will explore those rhythms and give my twist and put this pop energy on it.
Over the past few years, Lisbon has seen a vibrant explosion in its Afro-Portuguese music scene. Influenced by Angola, Cape Verde and Mozambique beats, the sound is showcased in Lisbon clubs like Music Box.
African music and African-influenced music hasn't been valued for a long time because Portugal is still a racist country. I think things are changing step by step, and since the last 10 to 15 years, you see a lot of African-influenced or ex-colonies influenced music being made and being on the tops of music or the biggest stars of the festivals or always playing on the biggest radios.
For the past decade, Music Box has hosted a legendary monthly night organised by Principi, a music label devoted to the vibrant underground African-influenced dance music coming out of the isolated suburbs in the outskirts of the city.
Mundo virando e atravessar, coisas virando e palvesce, funil cabe para baixo, que tan solbi.
Olá, tudo bom? Daqui a bocado já venho aí comer qualquer coisa. Até já. Now we are at Quinta do Mocho, the most important social project that we have outside of Lisbon. It's like the biggest one because it's the only social project, and we have 67 that really have all of those Afro-Portuguese communities: Cape Verde, Guinea, Santo Tomé, Mozambique and Angola.
Lisbon's unique, hard-to-define rhythm was born here, from the children of first and second generation immigrants from Portuguese colonies. Many of their families fled civil war, poverty and conflict. The music is taking over dance floors worldwide. The people who make it still find it hard to enter these privileged places, reserved for white people.
All the mayors of the cities are always calling me to do some social thing, and I say, man, I only go if I bring more people, not only me. Our bodies don't come in where our music play. You know, we still have this big segregation.
One of the most exported sounds from this social project is Kuduro, developed in Luanda during the Angolan Civil War.
Nervoso, a guy from here, from Quinta do Mocho, and he started the whole movement of Kuduro, the unique sound of the ghetto.
And the music that has been created here in Quinta do Mocho has become known all over the world. Is that helping with integration? Is that helping fight racism? Is that helping this place become better?
Yes, I think music is the only passport to this one love that Bob Marley was trying to bring, this utopia. Music gives you the opportunity to make people dance, but listening to the reality of the people that lives here. Now it's becoming trending. Everyone is like loving these Afro sounds, but then you need to go deep in the lyrics to understand that I'm giving you something that makes you happy, but came from a place that was with a lot of pain.
In the heart of Quinta do Mocho is DJ Marfox, the star of Lisbon's Afro-Portuguese dance music scene, producing beats in a converted studio in his mum's house.
No way! Man, tinha que trazer aqui people.
You're the music man.
Yeah, come to my world. Uma coisa para ti.
Yeah?
Sim, uma coisinha.
He's telling that he prepared something for us. Man, nice studio, man.
Obrigado. Então. base, né? Last week in American tour and Mexican tour. Tonight I'm going to the Jazz Cafe playing. 2 years ago I'm in Biennale of Veneza to the German pavilion, Eurovision in Portugal. I'm so happy. The people recognize the sound, the new futurist sound of Lisbon.
This sound is a bridge from the ancestrality to the electronic worlds.
So can you play us something that really sums up this sound? Pongo. This is Kuduro.
DJ Marfox produces music by Angolan singer Pongo. She's become the queen of Kuduro. We catch up with her on the Paris leg of her tour. After 10 million views and a stint as the singer for the trailblazing electronic dance music project Baraka Som Sistema, Pongo is ready to take over the world.
I can't wait because it's like my first time in Paris and this venue and sold out. The night's gonna be fire.
It's music you can let off steam to in any way you want.
She's a black woman, an artist, she's beautiful, she's a queen.
We're here to have fun.
Because we love Pongo.
The music's great to dance to, it's so joyful, we love it.
We're from Angola, so we absolutely had to be here tonight.
Pongo grew up in the outskirts of Lisbon after her family fled Angola's civil war in the 90s. She brought the sound of her country, Kuduro, with her.
It starts first to be a dance and then be music also. And yes, Kuduro is the music to make you free, to make you feel that you deserve to be free.
Pongo is insane because she brought again the audacity and the power of Kuduro that was kind of like disappearing after Buraka stopped, but now Pongo is bringing in the game again the Kuduro, and thanks to Pongo we have a voice bringing this power and a female power to the picture.
And have we always heard African rhythms in Portuguese music, or is it new?
Even Fado starts with Africans in Brazil, but then we took Fado to classical world.
How do you see the future of the music scene in Portugal and the music scene in Lisbon?
I see with great eyes, and I see a new generation amazing. They don't have chains, they are very free.
Someone massively inspired by Lisbon's music scene was Madonna for her album Madame X. Dino coached her how to speak Portuguese and Creole and introduced her to the Batucadeiras Orchestra, a group of female drummers specialising in batuca, a rhythmic call and response style created in Cape Verde during the early days of the slave trade. They feature on her track, Batuca.
They really represent what we call the Creole female. They have the practice of batuco since childhood, and they keep with this ceremony day by day, day by day, day by day, until they die. It's a very strong rhythm that Madonna felt in love, and so she took this history and she took all the experience that we gave her, mixed a little bit of fado, and she did this album. But the most important moment, even for the tour, was the Batucadeiras moment.
When I play batuque, I feel happy, free, light-hearted and content. Through this music, these women address a mix of subjects, their daily lives, their problems. We practice batuque to keep this tradition alive, to stop it being rubbed out. And the people who play it also do it for their own enjoyment. They don't want it to disappear.
Nourished by its history and rich in its heritage, Lisbon is the melting pot of black music that's constantly evolving. At the crossroads of cultures, the new Portuguese music scene is more than ever ready to conquer the world.
This year, France is celebrating Portuguese culture with concerts, exhibitions and performances from the country's top artists.
Hello, France 24. This is Dino de Santiago and Marfox in Quinta do Mocho.
France 24 Culture Show has decided to take you on a musical voyage to Lisbon, where African rhythms are breaking down social barriers and helping a country face up to its colonial past.
Join us as we explore one of Europe's richest cultural landscapes.
Encore, presented by Eve Jackson on France 24 and France24.com.